Good evening, all. Right. So, in the last class, we have discussed about nouns, and today we are going to discuss a new topic, that is pronouns. One of the parts of speech. Good evening, everyone. Right? Okay. Hello. Hi. All right. Without wasting much time, let us straight away get into the topic, that is pronouns. Okay. One second, let me share the screen. All right. So pronouns is actually uh, one of the parts of speech which is used instead of a noun. Uh, a word that is used in place of a noun is called as a pronoun. All right. So let us try to understand what exactly is a pronoun. Okay. So if we can see, we need to understand this, that a word that is used in place of a noun. Okay. Now, what exactly is why do we actually replace a noun? What is the need of replacing a noun? This we need to understand. Why we need to replace a noun? Okay. So, good evening. Right. Okay. So if I'm going to write few sentences using the same particular noun, then there might be possibilities that there there will be repetition, right? There will be repetition. To avoid this repetition, how can we avoid this? To avoid it, we can use the pronouns. How can we avoid this repetition? We need to use the pronouns. Instead of using a noun repeatedly, we can use the pronouns to, enrich our language, and even is it is good to hear about, right? The audio also comes out in a better way when we use a pronoun instead of a repetitive nouns. All right. So in this particular class, we will be going to, discuss about certain aspects of pronouns. For example, introduction of pronouns, what pronouns are. Chart of personal pronoun. Here a typo error is there, personal pronouns, flowchart of different kinds of pronouns, like what are the different types of pronouns, and when are we, usually mistaken with some of the pronouns. At times, the pronouns are mistaken as adjectives and the adjectives are mistaken as pronouns. So even that we are going to discuss, right? Pushpalata, right? Usage of personal pronouns and understanding the possessive and reflexive pronouns, right? Then demonstrative and interrogative pronouns. And based on that, we will have MCQs on pronouns. Okay. Let's move ahead. So what are pronouns? Pronouns are words. Yeah. Pronouns are words. Pronoun is a word that replaces a noun. This we have discussed, replaces a noun or a noun phrase. Group of words also could be changed, like, for example, the committee members have arrived, full stop. They are going to take over the meeting. Now, I have used the committee members completely, I replaced with the term they, right? Pronouns are used to avoid unnecessary repetition and to make sentences more concise and fluent. The noun or noun phrase that a pronoun replaces is called its antecedent. Now, quickly, I am going to give you a brief note about it. For example, if I keep writing, like, for example, Rupali is a good girl, right? Good girl. Okay. Next, Rupali uh, goes to school, goes to school every day. Okay. Then again, next sentence, Rupali's sister. Rupali's sister is in third grade. Okay. Rupali and her sister. Rupali and her sister plays in the park. So as you see, so many sentences I have written over here, and what we can see over here, right? What we can see over here is the same word Rupali is continuously repeated in every sentence. So to avoid this repetition, we use pronouns. All right. We use pronouns. So another important aspect that we need to understand over here regarding pronouns is that at first you need to at the beginning you need to introduce the noun. Okay. Without the introduction of the noun, you cannot use the pronouns because it will be difficult to understand for whom that pronoun is used, right? Yes, correct. We can replace Rupali with she, correct. So, but what I am saying is that there is one thing that is very important over here is that before we could use that she, we need to introduce the pronoun. I mean, sorry, the noun. Unless until we won't use the antecedent. This is the antecedent for whom the pronoun is used. So the introductory part like introductory noun has to be there, and this is the antecedent. This is the antecedent. Okay. Because of this particular noun, we are using the rest of the pronouns. So quickly let us replace the nouns that we have used in every sentence. Okay. And then let us write the statement once again. Yes. So Rupali is a good girl. She goes to school every day. Her sister is in 3rd grade. They play. Plays won't be there because plural. So they play. Okay. They play in the park. They play in the park. There won't be any more plays. They play in the park. Got it? So she goes to school every day, right? The statement is correct. So how we have replaced the noun from a pronoun. Now this particular second edited version of the text which I have written, edited version of the text that I have written could be is more concise and fluent, right? And we have avoided the unnecessary repetition also, right? Got it. I hope the concept of pronouns has got clear. What exactly is a pronoun and why is it used, right? So let's move to the kinds of pronouns. So as you can see over here, we have got over here around 8 types of pronouns. One pronoun is missing over here. That is, I'm adding over here reflexive and emphatic. There is another pronoun, emphatic pronoun. This is another kind of pronoun which I will be discussing along with the reflexive pronoun. Why? Because there is a confusion between the reflexive and emphatic. Most of the children, they do get confused between reflexive and emphatic because both the pronouns use like myself, yourself, themselves. So in both the cases, in emphatic as well as reflexive, we use this self or selves kinds of pronouns. Now, what is the basic difference between that? That we will be discussing when we will reach to this reflexive. Along with reflexive, I will teach you emphatic, which will clear your doubts. Okay. Well, I request all the shareholders of this particular session who are active in the YouTube chat, please focus in the class and let's take the maximum benefit out of the class. Okay. Instead of any other kind of chats, I request all the stakeholders of this session to kindly focus in the class because we are investing our time. So let us not make this time a waste. So let's dive into the topic. First one is a personal pronoun. First one is a personal pronoun. So what exactly these personal pronouns are? Personal pronouns refers to specific people. See, these refer to specific people or things. Mostly people, right? So they can be subjective, acting as the subject, or objective, they can be acting as object. What exactly is this? Okay, let me give you a brief introduction about the configuration of English language statement. Configuration of English language statement is subject, verb, and object. Basic assertive sentence configuration of English language sentence is subject, verb, and object. So there are certain pronouns which can only come in the subject's place. That is why I have mentioned over here is that these are the pronouns which would be coming in the subject's case. I, you, he, she, it, we, they. They cannot be taken into the objective case. Whereas some pronouns are there which would be only used in the object's place. They can't be used because you can't start a statement with me, or you is a kind of, I mean, you know, uh, an exception where we can start a statement with you and end the statement also with you. Whereas others, we can't start a statement with them. We can't do it. Okay. So the pronouns that use, so pronouns, the pronouns that are used in subject's place, okay, subject's place, they are called that those pronouns are used as nominative case. Nominative case. Okay. These are called as nominative case. These pronouns are used in nominative case. This nominative case is nothing. No extra rocket science is involved in this. But this nominative case is also called as subjective case. The pronouns which are used in the subject's place, these are either called nominative case or subjective case. Whereas those pronouns, okay, the pronouns that are used in object's place, okay, those are used in object's place. They are called, they are called as, they are used in terms of objective case. There is no other term for this, just like the subjective case is also called as nominative case. Okay. Okay. Objective case. The pronouns are used in objective case. All right. One more important thing that is lurking over here when we are teaching personal pronouns, when we are dealing with personal pronoun, is the personal pronoun chart. Okay. Personal pronoun chart. Like, yeah, objective case. It is very important to understand the personal pronoun chart. So I would like to clear all this and give you, yeah. So I'm going to make quickly the personal pronoun chart where we have to understand that in pronouns we have, sorry. We have got in personal pronouns, how many types of persons are there? Okay. In your class, in your previous classes also, you must have studied that in personal pronouns, we have 3 types of persons. In personal pronouns, we have three types of persons. This grid is really important to understand because many of the students, they do have this kind of doubt. So we have got first person, second person, and third person. Three persons are there in English language. First person, second person, third person. Correct. Okay. Right. And if you take this as singular and this as plural. Okay. So in first person we have I, me, my. Okay. Whereas in plural we have got we, us, our. Okay. Second person singular and plural, it's easy for us to understand. Why? Because in singular also we have got you, your. Over here in plural also we have got you, and your. Because as you see, if a teacher enters a class and says, you stand up, if he points out some particular child, so that child only will. So that means what? Singular. If the teacher comes and instructs the entire class, you need to submit your notebooks tomorrow. This is for everyone. So you can be used for singular as well as plural, right? Let us move to the third person. He, she, it, singular, right? Him, her, his, right? Plural, they, them, then those, their, right? So these are the third person plural types of pronouns. One more important thing that we need to understand here is usage of has and have. Many children, they have this kind of doubt that where to use has and where to use have. Okay. So let us figure out over here itself where to use has and have. It's really very easy to understand. Remember children, only with third person singular, we will use has. Okay. Only with third person singular, we will use has, whereas rest everywhere, we will use have. Like I have, we have, you have. Again, in plural also, we will be using you have. But in third person singular, he has, she has, it has. Okay. And again in plural, we will be using have. All right. We'll be using have. Just a minute, children. All right. Sorry for the interruption. All right. So this is how we will be able to understand where to use has and have. Has is also used in one important place, that is with has will be used with any third, sorry, not third, but let me tell you, third person singular that we have come to know, okay, but with any singular common noun, okay, and this is one. Number two, any singular proper noun. This is something extra that I have told you, okay. So suppose, for example, the dog has common noun. Dog is a common noun. In the previous class, we have studied. So dog has, not have. Any singular proper noun. For example, right, Dharitri. Dharitri has a pet dog. Has, singular proper noun. So it will come as has, not have. All right. So this is a brief introduction about how the personal pronoun thing works. Okay. Let us move ahead with another type of pronoun. Possessive pronoun. The next pronoun that we will be dealing with is possessive pronoun. Okay. What is this possessive pronoun? This is a very important uh, type of pronoun, children, because children do get confused between possessive pronoun and possessive adjective. There is a slight difference between possessive pronoun and possessive adjective. So to understand this, first we need to understand the possessive. So the pronoun that shows ownership or possession. The pronoun that shows ownership or possession, the pronoun that shows the possession over or takes the place of a noun that shows the possession. Okay. It indicates that something belongs to a particular person or thing, right? Possessive pronouns stand alone. This is important. It stands alone and replace a noun. This is also important. Why I'm telling this? Because in the example, I will let you know why these things are important. Okay. Yes. So these are the possessive pronouns: mine, yours, his, hers, its, ours, theirs. With the help of an example, we will try to understand, right? With the help of the example, we will try to understand that how we are going to deal with. Okay. Right. All right. So, okay. All right. So example, I'm going to write two statements. Okay, statement number one and statement number two. So sentence number one says, this is her book. Okay. Sentence number two says, this book is hers. Both the statements carry the same meaning. Okay. Both the sentence carries the same meaning, but there is a differentiation between how the pronouns are used here. In the first statement, if you see, the word her, the pronoun her is used before a noun word, that is book. Though it is a pronoun, her itself is a pronoun, this will be called as, and this her is showing a possession over the book, her book. No one else's book, none of the others' book, but her book. So this her will be used here as, or denoted here as, possessive adjective, since a noun is followed over here after the pronoun. Okay. Yes, it's showing the ownership, right, Asmit? Correct. Whereas this book is hers. This particular pronoun, hers, is coming independently and showing the possession, okay, showing the possession over the book. So as you see, after this hers, there is no noun. After this hers, there is no noun followed by. So in this case, this will be called as a, over here, this is used as possessive pronoun. This over here will be called as possessive pronoun. Whereas in the previous one, it will be called as possessive adjective. Can you tell me any other example over here? Using mine or any of the pronouns which are given over here, possessive pronouns. You can type in the chat box. Anyone? Using these rest of the pronouns. Can you type in the chat box? Meanwhile, I'll be writing one example over here. This is mine book. No, this is wrong. This is wrong. You need to use the pronouns individually. Mine book will again become possessive adjective. We are dealing with possessive pronoun. These glasses, Jiban, these glasses are mine, not this glasses. Okay. This pen is mine. Yes. This pen is mine. One of the example I'll pick from the chat box. This pen is mine. So this pen is mine. So mine over here is individually used and it is showing the possession. Okay. Mine is, this pen is mine. So you are showing the possession, your possession over the pen. Right. So this is going to be, mine is used here as possessive pronoun. Okay. So don't get confused. Possessive pronoun will come independently. How will it come? It will come independently. Whereas a possessive adjective will be followed by a noun. Okay. A possessive adjective will be followed by a noun. So now there shouldn't be any doubt between possessive pronoun and possessive adjective. A possessive adjective will be followed by a noun. They won't be coming independently. There will be a noun that will be followed. Is this glove yours? Correct. So yours over here, yes, Divyanshi, yours will be, are these gloves? No, this is a wrong sentence. Okay, fine. So let's move to the next segment. Reflexive pronouns. This is what I was talking about when I will be teaching, emphatic pronouns also. Okay. So children, let us have a comparative study between reflexive pronouns and emphatic pronouns. Okay. Because both deal with these self kind of pronouns. So in the left hand side of your screen, I'll be discussing the reflexive pronouns. And in the right hand of the screen, I will be discussing emphatic pronouns. Okay, reflexive pronouns and emphatic pronouns. Okay, reflexive pronouns. The word reflexive has come from reflex. Okay, which reflects. That means bounces back. Okay, that means bounces back. So if I write a statement, I saw the snake myself. As you see over here, for whom myself is used? For I. Okay, so this is my subject, and this myself is reflecting back to the subject I. So in this case, as you see, there are group of words in between the reflexive pronoun and the subject for whom it is used. There are some group of words. For example, over here, the verb is there. The object is also over here. So there is a distance between the subject and the reflexive pronoun. Okay. Right. Whereas in emphatic pronoun, the term emphatic has come from emphasis. Emphasis, which in turn means elaborate or give some sort of stress. Stress means to give importance, right? So if I write the statement, I myself saw the snake. Now, as you see over here, I am trying to stress upon the subject I, and they are next to each other. This emphatic pronoun, remember all the time, emphatic pronouns will always be next to that very subject for whom they are used. Okay? Emphatic pronouns are usually, emphatic pronouns are usually placed next to that very subject for whom they are used. Got it? So now you must have understood the difference between reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. They do stand next to each other, and whereas reflexive pronouns, they stand away from each other. It's kind of a shortcut you can make out that, to differentiate between reflexive pronoun and emphatic pronoun. Got it? All right. Let us go to the next segment. Reciprocal pronouns. These pronouns are the type of pronouns where they will come in pair. Okay? They are going to come in pair, right? Rajshri. Reflexive pronouns. I saw about myself. Reflexive, whereas I myself cook the dinner, right? Correct. Yeah. I myself. Yes, Bhumika, that will be, I myself saw a cobra near the roadside. So I myself will be emphatic. They are next to each other. Whereas Rajshri has used, I saw the ball myself, means this will be reflexive. Correct. Okay. So let's move to the next segment, next type of pronouns, which will be reciprocal pronouns. These will come in pairs. Remember this, these types of pronouns, reciprocal. Okay, in mathematics also you must have studied this reciprocal, right? Okay, these expresses a mutual relationship or action. For example, you need to solve the problem among each other. So now this each other, okay, this each other is taken for all those. This each other is taken for all those who are involved in that problem. Okay. So these types of pronouns, they do come in pairs. Now, another example I would like to give. You have to trust on each other, or another example could be, for example, one another. If we take the example of one another, there could be like we have to trust one another. Okay. So we should help each other at the time of need, right, Bhumika? Correct. So this is all about reciprocal pronouns. Next one is demonstrative pronouns. Again, this is again an important topic. Why is it important? Because children do get confused between demonstrative pronoun and demonstrative adjective. So again, we will have a comparative study. Demonstrative pronouns, and we'll have a comparison. Yeah, demonstrative adjective. Why is it important to understand the difference between? Because there are two benefits. One, we will never get confused between uh, how the word is used, and second thing is that we would be able to use the words correctly, right? We won't be getting confused. Demonstrative, the word demonstrative itself has come from demonstrate, right? The word itself has come from demonstrate, which means to present, to show, right? To show, which is what? If something is closer to me, I will say this in singular number. If something is farther to me, I will say that, if singular in number. If there are more things like pile of books, so I would be saying these books if they are close to me. If they are farther to me, I will say those, right? But here lies the difference. Once again, the same rule applies. If a noun is followed by the pronoun, means that will be demonstrative adjective. But if only that demonstrative pronoun is used, then at that time we will be saying that this is used in form of demonstrative pronoun. Uh, suppose for example, if I say this is my book. Okay. Now this over here is not followed by any other noun. When I am demonstrating this, so definitely I am demonstrating towards the book. So this is used in place of that book. I have demonstrated it. Okay. This is used for that book. Same thing if I write over here, this book is mine. Now you see this demonstrative pronoun is being followed by a noun. Okay, followed by a noun. So in that case, we will call this, though it is a demonstrative pronoun, but since it is followed by a noun, this will turn to be a demonstrative adjective. Okay, is it clear? This toy is mine. So that will come under the category of demonstrative adjective because this toy, a noun is followed after the demonstrative pronoun. This will not be any more demonstrative pronoun. This will be demonstrative adjective because over here toy is the noun. If I write, this is my toy. This is my toy. So in that case, this is independently used over here and that is her dog. So that will be, yes, Rajshri, that is going to be demonstrative pronoun because a noun is not followed. This pen is her. So this, after that pen is used. So a noun is there. So this will be demonstrative adjective. Okay. Oh, fine. So hope you have understood the differentiation between demonstrative pronouns and demonstrative adjective. Let us move to the next segment. Indefinite pronouns. These pronouns do not specifically, just like personal pronouns we have studied, personal pronouns, what do they do? Personal pronouns, actually they are used for specific person or thing, right? Specific person or thing. Whereas indefinite pronouns, the indefinite pronouns, the term indefinite itself is that it is not defined, isn't it? So this itself is not clear when the thing is not clear. Now, so for example, no one, everything, anyone. Now, you know, it's really difficult to understand who is that. Okay. Like for example, someone is at the door. Now we do not know who is at the door. So this someone is used for that person in place of that particular person's name. But we do not know. When we do not know, we use this indefinite pronoun. Okay. Whereas when it comes to personal pronoun, we specify like he is at the door. Okay. Whereas this he is already mentioned somewhere in the previous context. Okay. Right. Fine. Let us move to the next type of pronoun, that is relative pronoun. This is a little complicated. Not complicated, but you should have the sense of clauses. Okay? Sense of clauses. Now, a clause is a group of words which has its own subject and predicate. There are two types of clauses. One is subordinate clause and another one is main clause. Main clause is independent, whereas subordinate clause is dependent. Okay. So relative pronouns are those pronouns, these connect clauses and refer to a noun mentioned earlier. For example, with the help of an example, I will make you understand. The man who is in black shirt. Okay. Is my uncle. Now, as you see over here, comma, right? This who, from here to here, there is a clause. Okay. This is the clause. This is a dependent clause, first of all. Why is it a dependent clause? Because except, suppose if you blur the man and is my uncle, who is in black shirt. So it is giving us an incomplete meaning. So that is why it is a dependent clause. Now this who is actually a relative pronoun. How? This is a relative pronoun. How is it a relative pronoun? Because it's acting like a bridge between the man and is in black shirt. The rest of the words that are followed by this relative pronoun. And this who is used for this particular noun in this particular clause. This who is used for the man. Okay. So instead of the man is in black shirt. So instead of the man, who is in black shirt? So it is actually relating. What is it doing? It is relating the first part and the rest of the part of the sentence. Right? No, Rajshi, the girl that word is used for things, not for humans. Who is standing near the tree is my own sister. See, children, that, for example, the pen that she is using is mine. So over here, this that is used for whom? For this pen. That is used for non-living things. That for non-living. Whereas who is used for living. Okay. Now, interrogative pronouns. Interrogative pronouns. Again, let us discuss this with a differentiation chart. Like this, even interrogative pronouns also are confused between interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjectives. Like interrogative pronouns and interrogative adjectives. Through the example, these are used to ask questions like, for example, who is knocking at the door? Now, this who, first of all, I made a question, an interrogative statement with the help of interrogative pronoun, and this who is used for that particular person, right? That particular person who is at the door and knocking, right? Got it? Whereas if I use this in a different way, like whose pen is missing. Now, as you see over here, I have made a question with a interrogative pronoun, with an interrogative pronoun, but again the same rule applies. As you see over here, next to that very interrogative pronoun, we have got a noun. So whenever you see these interrogative pronouns are used independently, then they will be considered as interrogative pronoun. Whereas when a noun is followed by these interrogative pronouns, they won't be considered anymore as interrogative pronouns. They will be interrogative adjectives. They will be interrogative adjectives. Right, Rajshri? Whose water bottle is this? So after whose water bottle has come, so the noun has come, so it is going to be, right? Okay, so let us move to the next slide. Quickly, let us go ahead with the question answers, children. We have got 3 minutes and we will be going through the Olympiad questions discussion. Question number 1. So number 1, the blue bicycle is dash. The red one belongs to my brother. Okay. So question number 1, what it will be? I. The blue bicycle is I. No, I won't be there because it can't be used in objective. The blue bicycle is me. How can you and bicycle be me? Whereas mine, possessive pronoun. So option C is the correct option. That is mine will be the correct one. And my also won't come as. Very good. Question number 2. Neither Sarah nor Emily brought dash umbrella today. B, C. Okay, children, in this question, let me tell you, there is something, most of you are, I haven't got any of the answer. No, wrong. Neither it is B nor it is C. It is A. It is A, her. Why? Subject verb, yes, only Vaishnavi has told A, right? Why is it? Because in subject verb agreement, whenever we use neither nor, the subject which is closest to the verb will be considered. Yes, Lalita. Right? Neither Sarah nor Emily brought her umbrella today. We have to consider it singular. Okay? So it is going to be her. Next, question number 3. The teacher asked the students to bring dash textbooks to class tomorrow. Students means plural. So definitely it is going to be there. Okay. Definitely it's going to be there. Quickly, let us go through question number 4. If anyone calls, please tell dash that I will be back in an hour. There. Question number 4. Yes, Bhumika. You have a doubt. Let me know the doubt. By the time you type the doubt, let me discuss question number 4. If anyone calls, please, one person calls, tell him or her that I will be back in an hour. Okay. Right. So many people won't be calling them. Tell them. If one calls, tell him or her, whoever calls, that I'll be back in an hour. Okay. The cat chased the mouse, but dash managed to escape. Mouse. So it is the right option. Next. Yes. Yes, Niharika. Type. Instead of typing that I have a doubt, type the doubt. Okay. That would be easy. Number 6, the award for the most creative project was given to Maya and correct. Those who are telling me for question number 6, it's correct because Maya and me, it's coming in the objective case. Objective case, right? If it would have been over here in the subject's place, we would have written Maya and I in the subject's place where my pen is moving. But since it is given in the object's place, that's why I have to write me. Right. Number 7, each of the athletes trained very hard. Each of the athletes trained very hard for dash chance at the gold medal. Hard for, yes, over here children, option A is also correct. Option B is also correct. Okay, yes. Each of the athletes trained very hard. Formal English says that his or her, right, is grammatically correct. Whereas if we do not want to bias between gender wise, we can write there. Okay, A and B, both are correct. Number 8, the mystery deepened when Dash realized that the key was missing from the usual spot. The mystery deepened when they realized. Option B is the correct. Sir, I searched the question, neither Sarah nor bottom is also showed there, not her. Okay. But usually what we do is that, yes, Bhumika, right. There also can come, but grammatically, if you see, it would take the singularity when neither nor comes, no, any one. Yes, it's overtime, I know, but class is on, so 1 minute more can be spared. Question number 8. The mystery deepened means some mysterious thing has happened and it has got into a deep section when they realize. So somebody is realizing that the key was missing from the usual spot. So it is a part of a already working. Yes, Bhumika, both seems to be correct. One is formal, grammatically correct, which is his or her, whereas the modern English accepts, it is acceptable in colloquial English. Okay. So, artist Swayam, whoever it is, once again, question number 8. So, question number 8, this is a part of one big format or a passage where already it is being discussed with. So, it is going to be they. 9 and 10, between you and I, subject's place. So, what it is going to be? Is going to be I. I is the correct option. And I think the new movie is fantastic. All of the cookies were gone. Someone must have eaten all. All is there. All of the cookies. Right? All of the cookies. So what it is going to be? All of the cookies, someone must have eaten them means eaten them. Because over here, plural form of verb is, subject is used. Themselves won't take place. Its won't take place. It doesn't actually sound well. Okay. Well, children, I hope that thank you so much for being so patient and keep joining ArifinKidz classes so that you would be able to, get to know new aspects, new ways to understand. Yes, Niharika, you have a doubt. All this time you didn't ask me. Now the time is up. Tell me fast. Yes, Niharika, go ahead. Don't, instead of typing doubt, tell me the doubt. Yes, Bhumika. Bye-bye. Thank you. Rupali, Rajshri, Niharika. Question number 8. Okay. In question number 8, 1 second. Let me go back to that. The mystery deepened. Yes, you had a doubt in this. The mystery deepened when they realize that is what I'm telling. This particular statement is a part of a particular context. The mystery has been already described about. Okay, if many of them, they have said that someone. The mystery deepened when someone realized that who is that someone. The key was missing from the usual spot. That means already it has been discussed that the key is there in some usual spot, right? Some spot is there fixed for the key to be kept. So this is a part of a context. So that is why they realized that the key was missing. All right. Okay. Thank you so much. We'll meet you in the next class, that is next week. Thanks for joining and good night. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.